God says, there are moments when heaven trembles with silence, when the angels stop their song and bow their heads, because something on earth shifts in the unseen realm. Last night was one of those moments. Something very shocking happened, something that concerns you directly, and only you don't know it yet. While the world slept, heaven's eyes were fixed on your life, and a truth was revealed that cannot remain hidden much longer. God says, this is your last chance to know what has been kept from you. If you ignore this message, you might delay your own deliverance. But if you open your heart now, if you listen with faith, everything that was lost will begin to return to you in ways you could never imagine. God says, someone spoke your name in prayer last night, not on earth, but in heaven. A spirit cried out for your safety, for your protection, for your awakening. There was a spiritual meeting held about your destiny, and a decision was made. The truth that has been covered for so long, the reason behind your delays, your heartbreaks, your confusion, it was brought into the light. And now heaven has chosen this moment to reveal it to you. This message is not ordinary, it carries the sound of divine timing. Something was exposed last night in the presence of angels, and the reason you are reading this now is because God doesn't want you to remain in darkness another moment. God says, for a long time, there have been people smiling in your face while hiding heavy secrets behind your back. They thought they were safe because you were silent. They thought you'd never know the truth. But what they didn't realize is that God's justice never sleeps. Heaven saw what they did, even when you didn't. Their lies were recorded. Their whispers in secret places were heard. And last night, the spiritual court opened the book with your name written on it. The truth was read aloud, and angels were sent out to deliver a warning, that this is the time of exposure. God says, nothing that was done in darkness will remain hidden anymore. You've been feeling strange lately. Haven't you? A heaviness, a sudden unease, moments of sadness without reason. That's not random. It's your spirit sensing what your eyes haven't yet seen. Something shifted last night in your atmosphere, a betrayal, a confession, a revelation. God says, the reason you've been feeling this way is because someone close to you did something they shouldn't have. They thought no one would ever know, but heaven recorded every detail. The angels have already delivered the truth into God's hands, and now He wants to give you the power to handle it with wisdom and peace. God says, do not be afraid. Whatever happened last night, it was necessary for your liberation. For too long, you've been praying for a breakthrough. Asking for answers, wondering why some doors keep closing, why certain people suddenly pull away, why your blessings seem delayed. The reason is that God was preparing to remove certain hidden influences around you. Some people were pretending to support you while secretly hoping for your fall. But now, their intentions have been exposed. The truth is being revealed in your favor. This message is your warning, and your blessing, something shocking happened last night because heaven decided your waiting season is over. The enemy tried to block you one last time, but God intervened. There was a spiritual battle over your name, angels fought to protect you, and because you have prayed. Because you've held on to faith even when everything felt lost, heaven has won this battle for you. God says, I have seen your tears, I have heard your prayers, and I will no longer allow others to control your destiny. You must understand, there are divine moments that appear ordinary, yet carry eternal significance. This is one of them. You are reading this message not by accident, but because heaven scheduled this encounter before the foundation of the world. You were chosen to hear this truth at this exact moment, before 11:45 p.m., because the spiritual clock is moving toward a divine release. God says, I am giving you one final chance to listen, to prepare your heart, and to trust my timing. The truth that was hidden will soon come knocking at your door. When it does, do not panic. I am with you. Last night, someone mentioned your name, not in kindness, but in guilt. Their conscience could no longer bear the weight of their actions. Something they did against you is haunting them now. God says, you will see the signs soon. You may notice an unexpected message, a phone call, or even a strange dream that brings clarity. When that happens, remember this message. Remember that I warned you not to ignore my voice. God says, the truth you are about to discover will hurt at first, but then it will set you free. You will finally understand why certain relationships ended the way they did. Why money slipped away suddenly, why promises were broken, and why your peace felt stolen. Everything will make sense soon. Heaven allowed certain things to happen not to destroy you, but to expose the people who were never truly for you. They were tested, and they failed. But you were tested too, and you passed. You stayed faithful even when others betrayed you. And now, your reward is coming, God says, do not fight to prove yourself anymore. I am proving you now. I am vindicating your name. Those who lied against you will soon come back in tears. Those who used your kindness will regret losing you. Those who tried to destroy your image will watch as I elevate you in front of the same people who doubted you. The truth is unfolding now, piece by piece, and you will see that every closed door was a divine redirection towards something greater. You are safe. God says, nothing will go wrong with you. You may feel anxious, but your spirit is under divine protection. The same angels who fought for you last night are standing guard around your home, around your finances, and around your future. They are ensuring that no weapon formed against you will succeed. The storm may rage, but you will stand. The truth may shock you, but it will also set you free. God says, trust me even when you don't understand. Pray even when you feel tired. Praise even when your heart is heavy. Your obedience is your weapon now. Every prayer you whisper tonight is opening new doors of favor. Heaven has already prepared your next blessing. All you need to do is keep your faith alive. Something that was meant to harm you is turning into a testimony that will bless many. God says, do not call this message a coincidence. This is your divine alert. This is my way of reaching you before it's too late. If you skip this, if you ignore what I am saying, you may miss the exact window that heaven opened for you. I am trying to warn you and to prepare you. What happened last night is not random, it is connected to your destiny. You were being protected from something far worse. You may feel an urge to cry right now. And that's okay. That's your spirit releasing the burden of confusion. You are safe in my hands. I will guide you into truth gently, without fear. Some truths hurt at first but heal your soul forever. This is one of them. By tomorrow, something will begin to shift around you. Pay attention to the signs. A conversation, a dream, a sudden revelation, it will all lead you to the truth. God says, when you find out what happened last night, do not seek revenge. Do not speak out of anger. Let me handle it. I am the God of justice, and I am already working behind the scenes. I am turning the same situation that was meant to break you into the reason you rise. You are being positioned for divine recovery. The wealth, the peace, the relationships, the honor, everything you lost unjustly will be returned to you. Heaven has already authorized your restoration. Angels are now moving things into place. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. People who once ignored you will now be drawn toward you, not by human choice, but by divine command. God says, stay calm. Stay prayerful. Stay expectant. Because before 11:45 p.m., a shift will take place in the spiritual realm. It may manifest as a sudden realization, a message, or a strong sense of knowing. When it happens, remember this moment. Heaven warned you because it loves you. Heaven chose to reveal what others tried to conceal. God says, you are not alone. I am with you. I have always been with you. The reason you are still standing despite everything that has come against you is because my hand has never left your life. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is the same power protecting you now. You have survived storms that should have destroyed you. You have walked through fire and did not burn. That is not luck, that is grace. Grace has carried you here, and grace will carry you through the truth that's about to be revealed. Don't fear what you will discover, it will not destroy you. It will empower you. It will open your eyes and release you from the people and patterns that were secretly draining your strength. God says, forgive them, but don't go back. Love them, but move forward. The truth is your freedom, not your punishment. I am not showing you this to hurt you. I am showing you because it's time for you to walk in light, not deception, as you read these words, heaven is standing near. Archangel Michael is watching over your space right now, ensuring that no spiritual interference touches this revelation. You are under divine cover. Nothing evil can cross this message or twist its meaning. God says, by tomorrow morning, you will begin to notice signs of my movement. You will feel lighter. The heaviness will lift. The confusion will clear. And soon, what was hidden from you will come rushing toward you in full truth. Be still tonight. Before 11:45 p.m., pray these simple words: God, I am ready for your truth. I am ready for what you want to show me. Protect my heart and reveal only what will heal me. That prayer will unlock a door that heaven has kept closed for your protection until now. You are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. Nothing will go wrong with you. God will be with you, guiding, guarding, and giving you the strength to face the truth with peace and courage. God says, trust me now more than ever. The truth may shake you, but it will also bless you. The night may feel dark, but dawn is already rising for you. Heaven has spoken. The truth is coming. Be ready, and do not be afraid. God says, this message is not an ordinary one. Something very shocking happened last night, and the heavens have turned their attention toward you. While you slept, while the world was silent, something in the spiritual realm shifted. Angels gathered, voices whispered in the wind, and Archangel Michael himself stood in the light of truth and said your name with divine seriousness. God says, you are the only one who doesn't know yet, but heaven has seen it all. This is not a coincidence. This is your last chance to open your eyes and know what's truly happening around you before it's too late. If you ignore this, the chance will fade, and even the angels won't be able to intervene in time. But if you stay still, listen, and trust, God will show you something that will change everything. God says, there was a meeting in the unseen world. A decision was made about your destiny. Someone on earth made a move against you. Something hidden, something meant to stop your light, but heaven intercepted it. Last night, as you rested, a divine confrontation took place. Archangel Michael raised his sword of light to defend your name in the spiritual court. The enemy spoke lies about you, but truth won because you were written in the book of protection. You were not aware of it, but a battle was fought on your behalf. God says, you didn't see it, but your soul felt it, that heaviness when you woke up. That strange silence, that chill in the air, it was the aftershock of a divine victory. Heaven protected you, and now the truth must be revealed. God says, this is your last chance to know. Something very serious was uncovered. Someone close to you, someone who pretends to care, was involved in something that could have harmed your peace. Their words were whispered in secret, but heaven heard every syllable. God saw their heart, their envy, their plans, and their pretended kindness. But now, all that is being reversed. Heaven is rewriting what they tried to destroy. You were never supposed to find out, but God loves you too much to let you stay in the dark. He is exposing it now, so that you may finally walk freely and never doubt your worth again. God says, you have been too humble, too forgiving, too trusting. You thought everyone carried love like you do, but that is not the case. Some hearts smile in front of you while hiding daggers behind their backs. But last night, the truth was unsealed. Heaven decided to let you see the faces behind the masks. You will notice signs, strange feelings, slips of the tongue, things that don't align. That's how God will confirm the truth. But do not fear, for God says, I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe under my wings. You are surrounded by my angels, guarded by my light, and covered by the prayers of saints who intercede for you even now. God says, your pain has not gone unseen. Every tear you shed, every night you couldn't sleep, every time you said, God, I can't take this anymore, heaven heard you. Last night, the angels brought those cries to the throne of grace. God placed his hand upon them and said, now it is time. My child has suffered enough. Now truth will rise. That moment was sacred. The earth didn't shake, the sky didn't thunder, but spiritually the entire atmosphere changed. What was once delayed will now be released. What was once stolen will be returned. You may not see it yet, but a breakthrough was signed in your name. God says, something was planned against your progress, but the one who planned it is now in confusion. Their own plan backfired. Heaven twisted their words, and now everything they said against you will work in your favor. The trap they built for you has become the pit they fall into. That's why God is warning you. This is your last chance to know and be ready. Don't confront anyone in anger. Don't seek revenge. Simply stay calm, pray, and let God handle it. Divine justice has already begun. God says, He knows how tired you are. You've been holding on for so long, smiling through pain, pretending to be okay when you were breaking inside. But last night, something in heaven broke open for you. A file with your name was opened before the angels. It contained all your silent cries, your hidden struggles, and your patient faith. When the angels read it, they wept. They said, how could this one suffer so much and still love you, Lord? And God smiled and said, because this one belongs to me. This one carries my mark. That is why this message is urgent. Heaven has already started a process for your restoration. God says, do not let fear control you when strange things begin to happen. You might notice people acting differently toward you, some avoiding you, others suddenly confessing or showing guilt. That is the effect of divine exposure. The same people who were once so confident in their secrets are now restless because light has entered their darkness. Don't say anything yet. Just watch. The truth will reveal itself naturally. Your only task is to stay in peace, pray, and trust. God says, you are stepping into a divine turning point. The pain of yesterday will become the wisdom of tomorrow. The betrayal you faced will become the evidence of your calling. Those who tried to silence you will now have to watch God bless you in public. Every door that was shut will swing open. You don't need to fight for recognition. Heaven is already announcing your name in places your feet haven't reached yet. This is why the enemy panicked last night. They realized they can't stop what God has ordained. God says, I am not punishing you, I am positioning you. I am taking you out of the wrong environment so I can lift you where you belong. That's why some people will suddenly distance themselves or disappear. Don't chase them. Don't beg them to stay. Let them go. They are being removed by divine order. If they remain, your destiny would be delayed. But if you trust me and release them, I will send those who are meant for you, people who carry light, honesty, and true love. God says, you may feel lonely for a while, but that loneliness will lead you to clarity. I will fill that space with peace, not pain. You will soon realize why certain things didn't work, why certain people left, and why I allowed you to walk through certain seasons alone. It wasn't punishment, it was protection. I had to separate you from noise so that you could finally hear my voice. God says, there is someone watching you from afar right now. They know what happened last night because they were involved in the moment of exposure. They saw the truth about what others did to you, and they are in shock. They want to reach out but fear rejection. Soon they will. When they do, listen carefully. They will tell you something that will connect all the missing pieces. You will understand why you felt certain energies, why you saw certain dreams, and why you couldn't shake off that uneasy feeling lately. It was all preparing you for this moment. God says, the clock is ticking toward 11:45 p.m., the moment heaven marked for your awareness. Before that hour, pray. Speak your heart. Tell me everything you feel. Don't hide anything. Even your confusion, your anger, your disbelief, bring it to me. I already know, but I want you to release it. The moment you do, I will replace your heaviness with strength. You will feel a calm rush through you, and that will be the sign that the truth is fully revealed in the Spirit. God says, this truth will not destroy you, it will deliver you. It may shock you, yes, but it will set you free from illusions. You will finally stop questioning yourself and realize you were never the problem. Others projected their pain onto you, but you carried it with grace. Now I am lifting that weight off you. You will soon feel lighter, freer, and clearer than ever before. God says, your name has been cleared in heaven. The false words spoken against you have been erased. Angels have rewritten your story with golden ink. What was once shame is now honor. What was once rejection is now divine selection. You are chosen, not forgotten. That's why this message came to you. It is heaven's way of confirming your protection and destiny. God says, I have assigned Archangel Michael to guard you closely for the next few days. You may feel warmth near you, or a sudden sense of peace that comes unexpectedly. That's his presence. He will make sure no harm touches you. He is holding a scroll with your new chapter written on it, and when the time is right, he will unfold it. God says, the shocking thing that happened last night was not meant to scare you, but to prepare you. The mask was torn off from someone's intentions. They can no longer manipulate your path because light has entered their plans. You may soon hear a confession, a message, or a dream that will confirm everything. When that happens, don't panic. Simply say, God, I trust you, and move forward in peace. God says, this message is being sent to save you from repeating old patterns. If you ignore it, you'll remain in confusion. But if you act, by trusting, praying, and letting go, I will reward you with peace and prosperity. You will notice blessings unfolding rapidly after tonight. Unexpected financial relief, favor from influential people, opportunities appearing out of nowhere, all signs that I am restoring what was lost. God says, this message is not an accident. You were meant to open this right now, at this exact moment. Heaven has been waiting for you to pause, to take a deep breath, and listen to what God has been trying to show you for days. Something very shocking happened last night, and even though you don't know it yet, the ripples of that event are already moving toward your life. You might have felt strange energy when you woke up, a sudden rush of emotion, or maybe a feeling that something shifted, because it did. The unseen realm was in motion. Decisions were made, hearts were exposed, and the truth that was hidden from you for so long began to surface. God says this is your last chance to know the truth before everything changes. Last night, while the world slept, angels were in movement. Archangel Michael stood guard beside your name, holding a shield of light over your destiny. God whispered your name 3 times in the heavenly courts, because something or someone tried to interfere with the plan He made for you. A secret was revealed in the Spirit, something that directly concerns you, but the earthly confirmation hasn't yet reached your ears. This is why your soul has felt uneasy today, like you're waiting for something without knowing what it is. God says, you were meant to hear this before the clock reaches 11:45 p.m., because after that, choices will begin aligning with what you choose to believe now. God says, He has been patient with you. He has watched you cry when no one saw. He has seen you forgive people who never said sorry. You gave love when you were given silence, and you stayed faithful even when life didn't reward you. But now, He says, the story is turning. Last night was not random, it was a divine moment of exposure. Someone who once smiled at you while hiding jealousy was exposed before heaven. Someone who used your name for their gain was seen. Someone who thought they could bury your blessings was confronted. You might not see it yet, but everything in your atmosphere shifted. Heaven declared your name clean, and those who tried to block you spiritually felt it. God says, "My child, I am not angry with you. I am trying to protect you. You have delayed listening to me before, but tonight, you cannot afford to skip this message. The truth that happened last night could have destroyed you if you were not under divine protection." Archangel Michael fought fiercely in the spirit realm to keep you safe from a sudden disaster. There was a plot, a conversation, a betrayal forming in darkness, but it failed because of the light over your life. God says, "You don't know how close you came to losing something precious. But my hand covered you." Right now, the reason you are reading this is because God is revealing that the same people who hurt you are now facing the mirror of their actions. Last night, one of them couldn't sleep. They saw something they can't explain, a vision, a dream, or a spiritual encounter, where they were shown the pain they caused you. Their heart was shaken. They realized that divine justice is real. You didn't need to seek revenge, heaven handled it for you. The tears you cried became a weapon in the spirit, and they were used as evidence before the throne of God. Every injustice against you was reviewed, and last night the verdict was spoken: you will be restored. God says, you don't need to chase people anymore. You don't need to explain yourself. I am exposing what was hidden. But he also warns, do not go back to the same energy I just delivered you from. Do not reopen the doors I have closed. The shocking event last night was not to scare you, it was to free you. The truth is about to reach your ears through a conversation, a message, or a sudden encounter. Someone will slip up and reveal what they tried to hide. You will not even have to ask. The truth will surface naturally, and when it does, your heart will feel both pain and relief. God says, I will not let lies live near your name anymore. Every false story that was told about you is collapsing. The person who tried to manipulate your path is now facing confusion. They thought they could plan in secret, but they didn't realize heaven sees all. When they spoke against you, an angel recorded their words. When they plotted against you, your ancestors interceded. When they tried to harm your peace, the light around you became a fire they couldn't approach. This is why lately, some people have started acting distant, quiet, or nervous. They can feel that spiritual authority is shifting in your favor. God says, something you prayed for in tears is coming faster than you think. But before it arrives, I must remove what doesn't belong. This is why certain connections have started to fade or why you've been feeling emotionally heavy. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Heaven cannot pour the new wine of your blessings into old containers. The shocking truth that happened last night was a divine decision. Someone who was pretending to love you was shown for who they truly are. You don't need to confront them. God will show you through their actions. Silence will reveal what words cannot. God says, I am rearranging your timeline. There were delays, blockages, and strange interruptions in your progress. But after last night, those chains were broken. You might start noticing sudden movement, opportunities that seemed lost reappearing, people who once ignored you suddenly remembering your name, financial doors reopening, and signs of grace multiplying. This is not coincidence, it's confirmation that heaven's order has changed. You are stepping into divine timing, and everything that once resisted you is losing power. The reason you're being told to open this before 11:45 p.m. is because this message is an activation. Heaven works with time, and certain doors open when faith aligns with obedience. God says, you still have time, but not much. Use this moment to pray. Say my name. Ask me to reveal what was hidden, and I will. Before midnight, the spiritual light that surrounds you will strengthen if you choose faith. If you ignore this, the truth will still come, but it will come with pain instead of peace. God says, I gave you signs already, the dream you forgot, the random noise at night, the sudden cold air, the repeated numbers you keep seeing. All of them were messages from me. I was saying, wake up, something is shifting. Now that you are reading this, the veil is lifting. What you sense but cannot yet see will soon take form. You will understand why certain things went wrong recently. It wasn't punishment, it was redirection. You were being pulled away from what could have destroyed your destiny. Someone thought they could use your kindness against you. Someone used your name when they thought you wouldn't find out. But the truth is that last night their actions reached heaven. And the divine court responded. You were vindicated in silence. A chapter of betrayal has ended. You will start to notice the ones who were meant to go with you and the ones who were never truly for you. Some people will suddenly stop talking to you, and you'll feel tempted to chase closure, but God says, don't. That silence is my protection. God says, you are stepping into the season of revelation. Everything that was blurry will now make sense. The shocking event last night is connected to your future. It opened a path that was blocked by false energy. Now, divine helpers are being sent your way. Expect sudden favor, a message, a call, or an unexpected opportunity that changes your direction. It may seem like chance, but it is divine scheduling. You will look back and realize that the delay was necessary to expose the truth. God says, I saw the moment you almost gave up. I saw when you whispered, God, please show me what's really going on. That prayer unlocked last night's revelation. Heaven responded to your desperation. You didn't lose anything, you were being saved from something you didn't see. God says, do not be afraid. What was meant to break you will now bless you. What was meant to confuse you will now confirm you. Right now, as you read this, angels are surrounding you. Your heart may feel heavy or warm. That's not coincidence, it's presence. God is near. He says, "You are not late. You are right on time." Everything that seemed delayed was actually being protected. My timing is not to hurt you but to shield you. Someone was trying to make a choice that would have affected you negatively, but heaven interrupted it. Their plan was rewritten. God says, "You have no idea how powerful your name is in the Spirit." Every time you spoke kindness instead of anger, you built light. Every time you chose peace instead of revenge, you built protection. That is why you are still standing. The shocking thing that happened last night is proof that your faith is working. The enemy lost control. Now, God asks you for one thing: don't doubt. Don't give fear more power than faith. Before 11:45 p.m., take one quiet moment, even for 30 seconds, to say, "God, I trust you completely. Reveal the truth to me." When you do, something will shift around you, maybe a sign, a sound, a message, or a sudden feeling of peace. That will be heaven confirming that this message was real. God says, your destiny is bigger than your pain. Your breakthrough is closer than your worry. Do not let the shadows of what you don't know steal the light of what's coming. The shocking truth that happened last night will not destroy you, it will free you. It will close one painful door and open a beautiful one. You will soon hear words like, "I never told you this before, but you deserve to know." Or, "I didn't mean to let it slip, but here's what really happened." And in that moment, your spirit will know that this message was the warning. God says, "Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are under my hand. You have been chosen to see truth instead of lies, to walk in light instead of confusion. Keep your heart open. Forgive, but don't forget the lesson. Pray before you speak. Stay quiet when chaos rises, because silence will reveal who is genuine. The clock is moving, and heaven is waiting for your response. Before 11:45 p.m., acknowledge this divine message. Say a prayer of gratitude. Release fear. Because what's about to unfold next in your life will make sense of everything that hurt you. The shocking event that happened last night was the beginning of your freedom, not your downfall. God says, "I am rewriting your story starting tonight." The truth is coming, and it will not harm you, it will heal you. What was hidden will be exposed. What was delayed will accelerate. You will look back on this night as the turning point where light broke through. God is with you, and no darkness can overcome that. Trust Him. Pray. The truth is on its way, God says. Listen carefully, because this message is not a coincidence. Something very shocking happened last night, and you are the only one who doesn't know it yet. Heaven saw it. Angels stood still. The truth was spoken in the silence of the midnight hour. And the wind carried it to the throne of God. This is your last chance to know the truth, because after tonight, the door that was open for your revelation will close. God doesn't want you to stay blind to what's been happening behind your back. There are people, situations, and even unseen forces that try to keep you from knowing what truly occurred. But God says, enough. The light is coming for you now. Last night, something in the spirit world shifted. An event took place that involved your destiny, your protection, and your name. Heaven took notice of a conversation about you, one that was not meant for your ears. While you were resting, God's presence surrounded you, and Archangel Michael was sent to stand guard at your side. He watched over you as a storm raged spiritually, and though you did not see it, the forces of darkness trembled. A plan was being whispered against your progress, but the moment they tried to carry it out, a divine interruption struck like lightning. God said, "Touch not my anointed, and do my servant no harm." The very people who thought they could harm your peace were confronted by the truth they didn't expect, the truth that you are chosen, covered, and destined. You might have felt something strange when you woke up today. Maybe a heaviness in your chest, a sudden silence around you, or an odd sense that something invisible was shifting. That was not random. It was your spirit reacting to what heaven already knew. The person who once smiled at you but secretly envied your light faced their own spiritual mirror last night. They saw what they had done, and it terrified them. For the first time, they understood that they were touching something divine. God's angels revealed to them that your life is under protection, that every pain you went through has been recorded in heaven's archives, and that no one can destroy a destiny sealed by divine authority. But this is why God says it's urgent. Because even though the truth was shown to them, you still don't know what was said, what was planned, or how narrowly you escaped a moment that could have changed everything. God says this is your moment to open your eyes and understand that your protection has not been ordinary, it has been supernatural. Someone thought that by removing you, silencing you, or ignoring you, they could block your blessing. But instead, heaven reversed the plan. The very same night they spoke your name with ill intent, an angel spoke your name before God with honor. You became the topic of heaven's intervention, last night, at exactly the time when your heart was at rest, an unseen courtroom opened in the heavens. Archangel Michael stood as your defender, presenting everything you've endured, the betrayals, the tears, the disappointments, the loneliness. And God said, "Now is the time to reveal the truth." Those who tried to manipulate your destiny, those who used your kindness as weakness, and those who laughed behind your back, all of them were exposed in that moment before God's light. And the sentence was given, "You will not touch this chosen one again." But God says, this is your last chance to truly understand what happened. If you ignore this moment, you may miss the message that heaven wants you to hear. There is something God has been trying to show you, something that will change how you see everything. That person who went silent recently, who suddenly withdrew or avoided you, they were visited by conviction last night. Something happened to them that shook their spirit. They saw a glimpse of divine justice. They now know that what they did to you cannot go unaccounted for. The tears you cried in silence, the nights you couldn't sleep, the prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening, God heard them all. He didn't ignore you. He was gathering them as evidence of your faith. And last night, heaven reached a verdict. The season of hidden